Hello, boys and girls. Mr. P here. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy. Today, we're going to be doing our Zoopalooza for everybody in D101. Now, I'm going to be doing the drawing part, so we're going to be doing some basics on how to draw animals. Now, I'm going to start with a very basic shape. So when we're drawing animals, most basic four-legged animals have the same body shape. As you can see, I've already kind of lightly sketched out an oval shape here. Now, depending on what kind of animal you're drawing, it's going to determine how big to make this. Now, I'm going to draw a fairly large animal, so I'm going to draw a fairly large oval. Animals also have hips and shoulders like we do. So for those, I'm going to draw a circle here where the shoulders are going to be. I'm going to draw a circle here for where the hips are going to be. I know you're saying that doesn't look like an animal yet, but we're not done. When I'm drawing an animal, I also have to determine the size of the animal's head. So again, I said I'm going to be doing a very large animal, so I'm going to draw a pretty large head. Notice how it's connected to the body. Now, some animals have a very short neck, and it looks like the head is connected to the body. If you're doing something like a giraffe, where they have a very long neck, then it looks like it's not connected to the body. When I have my shoulders and my hips, I start up here, and I'm going to draw two lines coming down. Now, I'm doing a large animal, so I'm going to have some legs that are a little bit shorter but thicker. Notice I'm drawing this part a little bit darker. I'm doing the same in the front. Want to make sure they're about the same length. Now at the moment, we only have two legs. To make it look like there's four legs, I'm going to draw two lines, one on this side here, a little bit shorter than the first leg, and one over here, a little bit shorter than the second leg. And I'm going to color those in. They're going to look like they're in shadow because they're on the other side of the body. Can you tell what I'm making yet? Nope. Well, let's add some more. I'm going to draw a very large ear. Notice how it connects to the side of the head and the back of the head. From there, if you've already guessed it, I'm drawing an elephant. I'm going to draw a line that comes down from here and here. And that's going to be my elephant's trunk. Notice I'm going from large details to smaller details. Okay, so I have the body, I have the head, ear, trunk. I'm going to add a few other things like elephants do have tusks. Make them pretty long. They don't have to be super, super sharp. They're actually not very sharp. And one that's kind of hidden on this side a little bit too. And I'm also going to draw an eye up here. So I start moving from the small details to the smaller details. Elephants also have a tail. It's not a very long tail. It's kind of a short tail. Kind of looks something like this. Little hair on the end. Elephants also have fingernails, almost like you guys do. And those are just going to be little half oval shapes over here. If you want to get really detailed, elephants have skin like we do. So you're going to be drawing lots of wrinkles because elephants are kind of wrinkly. So on the trunk here, I'm going to draw some wrinkles. I might draw some wrinkles around the eyes. Things like that. Let's say I want to do an animal that's taller, like a giraffe. Now the giraffes, they have a body that's more of like a triangle. Kind of looks something like this. It's taller on the front, a little shorter on the back end. They also have a smaller head, and it also looks very similar to a, you guessed it, triangle. I'm still going to add the hips and the shoulders. So at the moment, it doesn't really look much like a collection of shapes, but then I start drawing some of those smaller details. Now giraffes have longer, thinner legs, and they come down almost to a hoof. They get thinner as they go down until they get to the bottom. Again, I want to make sure they're about the same length. Same deal though, when I draw those legs that are on the back part, they're going to be a little bit shorter than the legs that are on this side. And I'm going to color them in because they look like they're in shadow. Then I'm going to connect the head with the body with that long, beautiful neck that giraffes have. Connects back by the back part of the head. So again, I'm going from big details down to smaller details. Giraffes also have those big, beautiful spots on their body. Now, when drawing the spots, they don't have to be any particular shape, but they usually do not touch. There's like little alleys in between them. Like they get close here, but they don't touch. They get bigger as they go down on the body. They do have them on their legs, but again, they get smaller when they go down to the smaller body parts. Giraffes also have a tail. It's similar to an elephant's. It's kind of long, but it has that little wisp of hair at the end. So here's where I go to my smaller details. So I draw the eye, draw the nostril. Now giraffes do have horns. They're not really sharp horns. They're like little small stubby ones. And giraffes also have 2 ears. They look like almost like a leaf shape, like this, coming out from the top of the head. One on this side, one on that side. And giraffes also have a mane, like a horse does. So I'm going to draw some lines of hair. Now this part can also be done when you start adding color. So let's say I'm using colored pencils. I can do this part with brown colored pencil. And there's my giraffe. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if I use those basics, body shape, hips, shoulders, head shape, and I start adding small details, and then the smaller details, I can start making an animal appear. Now, just so you know, I did an elephant drawing a long time ago in college. This is just the head of the elephant. As you can see, I have my wrinkles on there, but I did use some basic shapes. Triangles here, 2 lines for the trunk here, some small ovals for the eyes. So again, using just some of those basic shapes, you guys can draw some animals too. Don't forget to add your drawings into the Padlet so they can see what amazing creations you guys come up with. Again, this is Mr. P. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy, and we look forward to seeing you guys again very soon. Take care.